Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm Leah.
I'm your girl, Telly.
And we are
Major Talk.
Today is a special day, our very first episode of the podcast. We are super excited, you guys.
Over beyond excited, you guys have to know.
Oh my gosh. And we have so much to talk about. So today we're going to start the show off by making a toast. Since it's our first episode, we're going to toast to divine order. How about that?
Absolutely.
All right. So on a count of 3, we're going to do a toast to Major Talk.
1,
2,
3.
Major Talk. Perfect. All right, you guys. So today
we're going to tune in a little bit about the Will and Jada situation.
Ooh.
I hope you got your ears open. So here, I wanted to put my little input in on that is that I think Will Smith, he reacted as a great husband. I think this because he did laugh because he can have thick skin. Some things are funny to us when we're not paying attention. But if your mate takes a look at you like, oh, really? You know, what would you do to defend your mate's happiness or feelings or anything of that nature? So I say that as what he did to me wasn't wrong. You know, I liked it how he stood up for him. You know, we all entitled to our own opinions, but I want my man to make me feel secure. I believe that is his job as being my man. I believe that he is my protector and he did what he was supposed to do, protect what was his. Things does happen. Who are we to judge? You know, we never seen him act out like this. And then guys are comparing it to August Alsina situation. Oh, Will didn't punch August. Well, the situation was different. When things don't work out in a relationship, things happen. You get to dating other people. They said that, you know, who are we to judge just because they're rich and we're what do I want to say, poor class, mid class, whatever we choose to call ourselves. But my thing is this, they wake up and put their pants in the leg just like we do. You know, we're all human. So why give him more judgment than we give ourselves? That was my point. August Alsina, back to that was a situation where they broke up. So if they broke up, how can he be mad at anything that she doing? Did August Alsina ever disrespect him as a man to his face? Or did he ever care that much? Or, you know, it's so many things that we can base that opinion on, you know? So I just feel like we as black people, we discredit one another so much instead of looking at things and not actually being judgmental. You know, we judge people like we're not human ourselves. Just because a person is a superstar doesn't mean that they're less humanetic than us, you know? So I just feel like we as people need to stop being so quick to judge one another, you know? Like, everybody is human. This lady, not only does she has absolutely a skin disease, a hair disease, I apologize, where she has no choice that she doesn't have hair. If she can have hair, I'm quite sure it'll be her choice to wear any style because she have done that, you know. But to make a joke out of someone's health condition, lively health condition, no matter if they went public with it or not, it gives no one a right to roast them like publicly in front of everybody at a Grammy Awards. Like, you know, I take heed to Will. He still won his Grammy as he should. You know, I applaud that. I just feel like I hate that we discredit one another, you know, like it's a way that everything can make sense if we listen. You know, I just think that social media has everything just so discombobulated with anything, like they run with it, like, you know, so it's just like no hope for the future if nobody is putting in hope or putting in the work to change, you know. So I just learned to be non-judgmental and more understanding to situations. So I wanted to speak a little bit on that because that seemed like that was like the world's topic today, you know.
It was. I have to say, I didn't get a chance to actually see, you know, the whole ordeal, but you know, everybody at work today and everywhere that I've been are talking about Will and Jada. So I probably would want to play devil's advocate a little bit and just ask, you know, because he talked about, you know, his wife, Will's wife, does it make it okay for him to have, I guess they say what They say he did. He smacked him
Yeah, he smacked them.
on national television. Is that part okay? Is there a different way that situation could have been handled off camera, or either is it something different that he could have done?
I do
You know,
believe
on camera.
I do believe it could have been done different, but as it's not being just even typical a black man, you know, like how does he react? You know, like I hate to say it that way, but I mean
We don't
that
want to
way.
react with violence,
I feel
but
like he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
But it's like he
you know what
could
I'm
have
saying?
handled it
Because it could have been
better in
said
that
later.
situation.
But he publicly disrespected her. So when you get publicly disrespected, you get the ultimate respect, because at the end of the day, there's no charges being pressed. You know, like what more can you know? Like it's
there's no charges.
No, Chris
charges.
Rock
He's
is
not
not
willing to
pressing
press
charges.
So
charges.
he
Then
took
the
that.
thing is,
Yeah.
Chris Rock, he's openly came at them several times
with jokes.
with jokes.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, he's a
So-
comedian.
I mean, that's
Does
true.
that count?
That's true. But when a person hits you with a personal, you know,
I
what
feel like it was a better way that Chris Rock
Could have
did
said that. I
and
agree
in a
to
better
that.
way. Like what
That
I
it could've
thought was
been
about to
handled.
happen. What I thought was about to happen, that Will Smith was about to go up there and grab the mic from him and roast him and say something bad.
Yeah, and we could
I thought it
expect
was like
that out of Will.
a verbal versus a verbal, right?
Right.
I can agree to that.
I can 100% merit what he did if it was a physical thing, right?
Right.
Because what he reacted physically off of something verbally. He said
He
something
did.
to his wife, and he reacted with a
I'm just worried. Is that displaying a bad representation of the black man?
That's kind of what the talk is.
Is that what
on
this
a lot
is
of
doing?
I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's how I feel. You know, because not all black men and not all white men are 100% going to react. We all get the same reaction, no matter what the race is. Is it that the black man get put on front more? Yes, I do agree to that.
Well, do you think he would have still reacted that way had it been a white comedian?
I actually think that probably would have been worse.
Okay. I was just wondering. You know, I don't really know too much about. I didn't get a chance to look at it. You guys,
I apologize to cut you off, but I
today.
say it's been I think that would have been worse, because right now in today's world where we're living, white on black crime, I apologize. It's been a fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So I just believe that for Black Lives Matters, it's like, that's why I believe, like, for the fact of Black Lives Matter, that I think that would have been taken out of hand a little bit worse, because his wife is black. So if a white man is roasting your wife, is that really funny? If he call him a nigger, like, is it funny? Like, it's so many ways
of
that
course,
I
if
just...
you feel a racial slur.
Well, black
right?
women
Yeah,
has
but
been
even
disrespected
expected
before by white
but-
men, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
But
just
I don't know.
wondering.
I
you know,
would want to
I
punch
like
him if he said it to me, black
know,
or
just
white. And
look
I'm not
at it
racist.
from both sides of the fence. Neither am I.
Yeah,
but,
I
I feel
agree
like
to that.
I feel like it was a little bit tasteless of Chris Rock to make that joke right there in the moment, right? This is one of them situations where it's like it's too new, right? This is something that she was just newly diagnosed with, even if it was just last year. Something that she battling and struggling with right now. So it was kind of tasteless.
It's very touchy.
for Chris Rock, and just like it was kind of out of character for Will Smith. You know what I mean? He could have handled it. But we ain't gonna. I'm not gonna throw the baby out the bathwater, out with the bathwater as far as Will's concerned, because I understand, especially on top of all the things that he's going through with Jada, he probably got, it was just his
It was
breaking
the heat
point.
of the moment, and
His
like
breaking point.
Denzel
But he didn't have
said,
to handle it like that.
the devil comes
to
at
you.
your greatest moments.
True.
So-
but we all have to be accountable for
And
our
that's
own
true, but
actions.
at the end of the day, who's perfect? Everybody,
Nobody is perfect, but somebody
he
has to
finally
start
made-
somewhere. We have to
made a
start
mistake.
somewhere by, demanding the respect that we as a black people feel like we deserve, or the respect that we do deserve. But I don't think violence is always the answer.
Especially
I
not-
just
No, violence
especially
not
not when it
always the
wasn't-
answer, because sometimes some things can be ignored.
nationally like that, I think it's another slap in the face to the African American culture, if you ask me, because at the end of the day, nobody cares that he slapped Chris Rock. It's another black man losing his cool
And then it was
when somebody say his baby ugly.
Well, that's
You know?
true.
Yeah, and there was two black men, right? Let's not.
was
There
two
was
black
two
men.
black men that was
Absolutely.
up there on the grand stage of the Oscars, right? When we were already supposedly boycotting. Remember a few years ago, and then Jada was
Absolutely.
at the spearhead of that about not being invited or something. I forget what the whole conflict was with the Grammys. I mean, with the Oscars, but now this, you know what I'm saying, and them at the spearhead of that again. Now, I don't know if that was, now with saying that, I was kind of thinking, because when it initially happened, I'm like, damn, is this staged? Is this fake? Something, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel like that this is something that they orchestrated for the sake of getting our attention, because we probably, I would dare say that this is probably
Good question.
the their ratings probably was the highest rating Oscar show probably in the last 10 years, just off of that situation. You know what I mean? And with us supposedly boycotting the Oscars a few years ago, and black people not really being fans of it, this is their way of getting
their
our
fans
attention.
back, yeah.
Remember, these two guys are actors. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at when it first happened, right after it happened, Will, he was kind of smirking, smiling when he turned around. I think I got a meme of it I'll put up here in a minute, but he was kind of smirking and smiling a little bit. You know what I mean? Right after the whole smack went down. I put it up on the screen right there. So if you look at Will's face on the screen, and Chris Rock almost looked like he's kind of, you know, in a joking manner. Like, what?
Right.
Wow.
You know
So
what I
was
mean?
it staged?
That's kind
It
of, you know,
could have been.
and then, you know, I don't want to say that, but it's like, you know.
Which brings me back to my point. Each individual is responsible for his or her actions
I could believe
personally.
that.
Your soul, that's personal. We all have to answer to somebody. Maybe not on this, not on this earth, but I'm sure somewhere through the cosmos, we have to answer to somebody. And I think that each person individually should be accountable for, the way we act and respond. Everything is going to be thrown at us. I can't
sometimes
say.
they'll feel like, we've had friends or associates, right, that'll push our buttons because they want to get us to react. You know what I mean? And then point the finger at us like we're the bad person.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it could have been a situation like this. And then I don't know how much of a friendship Will and Chris may have had prior to this.
Right.
I've seen a few clips or
with them in
pictures
a
with them
picture.
in different movies.
Me too.
I want. Well, did they have a fire that wasn't put out from back, when they did
Chris
these
Rock
movies?
had a whole like bit about Will and Jada a few years back. I remember. I don't know what it was, maybe about 2016 actually, if I remember the date, 16, 19, somewhere around there.
Okay, so Will just may have been, he just got tired
he's
of
on some
him.
don't push me because I'm close to the edge shit, and then you just pushed him right there in front of everybody, and he got what he got. So
It's an unfortunate situation. Either which way it goes, me, I'm always going to be the peacemaker and, try and see things from both sides of the fence and try to come up with the root cause of any problem, but I just feel like as black people, it starts with us. There's other ways of getting our respect. Educating ourselves is one of them. Educating ourselves is very important, and I don't know what to say. I'll turn the floor back over to you, Chantel.
Well, it pretty much sums it up. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion about the situation. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong statement.
Absolutely.
So I just agreed to disagree. I'm open to all discussions because we all have different feelings about the situation. I just feel like after that, like you never know when someone is provoked and how much a celebrity actually held within before they actually snap. We don't know. But so many people base the opinion soon as something happened. Like it could have been staged. Who said that it couldn't? But what's said is already out there. Whether it was a black man or a white man, we're already labeled because it's already been predicted pretty much. So I try not to put too much input on it, but to still be understanding to it. Who's to say that they agree to everything that I said? They probably think like, well, but
I mean, there's always moments where, someone will push my button and I want to turn around and knock fire.
how about this?
I had
At
the
the
bro to be
at the
there,
workplace, right?
Especially
Keep
sometimes.
that, and that's the reason why, because that's where they were.
exactly. Well,
kinda
that's
sorta.
that's main true. We all gotta know. to be humble
Definitely.
in the workplace.
You have to have that same mentality throughout
At
this
all
life.
times. I agree.
Not just in the workplace. You have to conduct yourself as a professional, I mean, we are our own brands, for one. You have to be mindful of that. I mean, Will is rich. Yeah, you know, he made it already. But those of us who are looking to get to the platform and the successful level that, you know, Will has gotten to, you know, I don't know. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But just because you push my buttons 2-3 times, depending on where we are, you know, yeah, I may not, you know, react. My professionalism is always ahead of me at all times. So with that being said, we just have to be mindful as people. We're going to get pushed, spit on, kicked. They've done that, you know, but what do we do moving forward? You know, moving forward, how do we conduct ourselves? How do we demand respect, you know, for ourselves? And even when we are demanding the respect, you know, there's always going to be things. This life is full of tests.
Yes, always needs to go for
we just gotta find a way to, you know, make it out successfully.
You learn the most from your mistakes sometimes, right?
Oh yes, experience is the best.
And whether he see the mistake in what he did, or even if he see it as a mistake in anything, you know, it's all about learning from what your experience is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And building off of it and coming out a better person on the other side of that at the end of the day. You know what I mean? No matter if it was something that you did that was noble, or something that you did that was, you know, not so you know, noble. So, you know.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I agree. Well, we can pretty much switch the subject. We don't have to tune in about that. Is there anything else we can discuss? You want to talk about?
I got on the table.
Okay, so
I had the red flag situation. What was the
people
red
have
flag?
been asking me about this topic. So, one of the topics of discussion was, why do some people, men or women, stay in relationships after numerous of red flags? Is it A, that, you know, we stay because we're comfortable, or, you know, it's the routine that we're comfortable with, you know, our day-to-day? Who wants to change that sometimes? You know, if I'm getting up and I'm doing this same thing for the past 10 years, more than likely I've grown accustomed to this routine those 10 years, and I would possibly, if I could, and it wasn't so disturbing, I would want to keep doing what I was doing, you know, because everybody's not a fan of change. Or B, do we stay because of the children? A lot of men or women, they stay because they have children. C, some people stay for the finances and security. You know, some people can't make it financially without their partner or their significant other, or, you know, security. They don't want to be alone. They're scared somebody might come and, you know, try and do something to their life, or, you know, their security may be at risk if the man leaves the house. Or sometimes you know, we can be just scared of being alone. You know, I just wanted to
Diva
talk.
said in the comments on Facebook.
You know,
sometimes people just scared to be alone.
Scared to be alone. I've been that person. It's a very hard pill to swallow, because
it really is.
You know, I thought, you know, by staying after, I noticed the first thing that I wasn't comfortable with, and I said to myself, okay, I can, you know, I always been the type to think I can mold somebody. I can mold my man into being what I want him to be.
Why do y'all feel that? Can I
it's
ask you a question?
It's the strength in a woman,
Let me ask
I believe.
You that. What is it that you feel like you can? Why do y'all feel like y'all can change?
Well,
a man when you get one.
In my case,
especially when he show you his ways, when he show you who he is. Why do you think you can change that?
It depends on what he's showing me. Go ahead, Chantel, because my mouth dry.
I think that we can change. You know, this is what I believe, that if a man wants something, he'll change for it. If a man wants something, he'll change for it. So if it's not something that he really wants, then how can I really take him serious?
So that means he'll change for what he wants. So that doesn't mean he'll change for you.
He won't change for me. A man that changed for me is the
now. That's how you can gauge if he wants you or not. But that doesn't. That's not what I'm asking you. Is like, what is it? Why do we
feel that we can change a man?
Yeah. Why do you even want to put forth why do you even want to try to change a man?
You can't change him. I mean, to me, this is what I feel. I apologize. I reconcepted this question wrong. I believe that you really can't change a man, and that's the hurting part. You know, because some men is really stuck in their ways, or some men probably can't admit that he don't like you as much as you like him.
I mean, I can't change him a little bit. I can't do nothing.
I mean, you might can change
not with your control. You don't have the
no
remote control.
controlling to his actions.
There's no button
his
that
thoughts,
you can push.
Like no.
Oh,
And if you tune in to think that, then that's more hurt for you.
Oh, okay.
Now some dudes,
I'm asking for a friend.
some dudes may be, the type that you can mold, or there's a button that you can push to change his channel. Right, there may be a remote control to him, but then that might be the dude that end up being the pushover to where everything
You don't like him. You don't like
everything
him.
you say, he just does it. Do you really want that adult?
To go to the store boyfriend.
See,
see
now
what I'm
I didn't
saying?
have that, and I've even had someone tell me.
And sometimes, no matter how much a dude may want to be that, we won't say or agree with everything or do everything you want to do because we don't want to give you the impression that we that dude. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful
That's
with
why
that.
I say, like, he got to be willing to want to do it if he wants that.
Yeah, so you can't change. You can't do the more you. And now you're putting in effort.
You
You're
kinda
exalting
pushing him
yourself.
away.
Exactly. I was about to say you putting in effort that's pushing him away, in a sense. You know what I mean? So
I was just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I know. I'm just, and then you just be what you are, and if that's naturally your person, then it'll fit with you. It's not nothing that you should have to force.
So to finish my answer, I basically was saying, I thought that I could change him. I let the little things slide, and before I knew it, I was the only one in love. Learning, from those past experiences. No, you can't change a man.
Absolutely.
You can't raise a grown man. Certain men will change things for certain women. Certain women bring out a different man.
Absolutely.
And certain men. A guy that I've been with, probably, I couldn't get him to do anything. He get with you, he probably do everything. You know what I'm saying? You would want your man to do for you. It depends on the woman. A different woman you're gonna get a different outcome out of a certain type of man. If he really likes you, he's gonna put in the effort. I've experienced that as well. I've been in long-term relationships. I'm no expert, but I pretty much feel like I figured out what works and what doesn't work for me.
Absolutely.
You can't change them. When you see the first red flag, honey, run. Don't sit there and collect all this man's Olympic medals. He running tracks around your life, girl. Run. He ain't gonna change. That's just my experience, and I've seen it all. But I'm the independent woman, and this is to piggyback off of the questions that you guys were discussing. I've been able not change him or mold him, but I'm an independent type of woman. So it's a certain type of man I need.
Absolutely.
And I've been in situations where I go in thinking, okay, he did that, but I'm gonna change that. I do this so good, he ain't gonna be doing that. Then you look up, he doing something else and that you don't like, the shit that you didn't.
You can't even cook a meal and think that a man won't eat at another bitch house.
Listen, you can set yourself on fire for a man. If you are not the woman that he desires, he's going to continue whatever behaviors that you enable. So that was just my take on that. So many people were asking about the red flags. Different women are in these situations, and
I've been in situations. I've been a wife. I've been a baby mama. I've been a girlfriend. Shit, I've been dating. At the end of the day, what you have to know more about is yourself when you go through situations. We can love a man as hard as we want to love him, but when you don't receive that love that you desire back, it puts you in a feeling where you can't be submissive to that man. So if you can't be submissive to that man, how is he a man? Why go in the corner and cry? I never could find myself.
Or why is he your man?
Or why is he your man? And it's just so sad to say that it's not actually sad to say. I can't even say that it's sad to say. I never been the type of female to let a breakup get the best of me. I always knew that I was beautiful. If it was something that I settled for, it was because it was my choice of desiring to settle, to want the best for my man, because I already knew what I would bring to the table. I already felt and knew that I was the table. Even if I was at my lowest, I had the biggest energy to know that tomorrow is a brighter day. You know, so
That's what's
we can
important.
love a man so much and want so much for him. And sometimes, like I said, a man don't even love us that much. Or might don't even love himself that much.
That part, and that's where it all starts.
And comfortability.
If you knowing that there's certain things that he's not doing for himself, for his personal growth, that's a sign of, him not loving himself right there. If he can't love himself properly to the point where, he's getting at his highest level that he can be, then he's not going to be able to love us.
Absolutely.
It definitely starts with self-love first. I would definitely agree with that.
I wanted to touch in about self-love today. I waited 2 weeks for this. You guys, I hope you guys are tuned in. And I hope you guys are kind of feeling the vibe. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the followers. I just want to say, give you guys a shout out at this moment.
Hey, y'all.
I wanted to talk about self-love because sometimes it takes a long time to get there. Sometimes you can get lost in so much of your things that's going on around you that you can kind of lose yourself, from dating, from friendships. Everything around you affects you, whether you realize it today, tomorrow, or the next day. I don't know how you guys feel about PTSD, but we all suffer from it,
Absolutely.
Everything around us is not peaceful, so it's something that triggers and stress the mind or the brain that we constantly can think of. It's so much death field around us that we tend to be caught up in it because something's happened. Even I find myself, it's so many people that I know that's being killed or just dying. And I say that to say that you're sensitive to it, and it's not a good. So it brings in the PTSD. It's just growing up in a neighborhood or where I'm from, hearing gunfires and fires. Sometimes you get drowned in like depression of everything else where, like I said, you lose yourself being in different relationships, and even though I struggle with these things, I smiled every day. Nobody probably would have known, but I never really gave myself the love and affection that I needed, because I guess I just felt like I put everything else first, like I didn't put myself first. But over the years, I just had so much that I wanted for myself.
Sometimes you got to be selfish.
And you got to be selfish.
You have to put you
first.
first.
I've been on this little thing, if you want to call it a high horse, hey, catch me if you can, but I've been for self, because I have loved everybody who I feel like didn't love me, So when you just reach out for self, God sends you blessings for self.
Okay.
Not saying that for self like selfishly, but for myself because I didn't share it. Rather it was stopping at the corner, giving a man a food that's panhandling, anything. I've been there to give a blessing, and I felt so bad to myself, like, why am I so good? Who's so good to me? Being betrayed by others, Sometimes when God got something for you, he needed you to be by yourself,
Listen, some of my best comeback moments are when I feel like I'm against the wall.
Yeah,
I've been in relationships and it left me so soggy and so dry, but guess what? I challenge myself in relationships.
You have to.
I've always been the breadwinner in most of my relationships. I'm an independent woman. What you bring to the table will not, let me make this clear, it will not be all that I have to eat or something that I have to choose from. I'm going to make the choice for myself. So I've always been able to bounce back. I'll get in a relationship, have the best job ever. I'm paying for everything. This dude swear yeah, baby, because and when I get on my feet, that story, and I've bought it plenty of times. I'm human. I've bought it back in the day. Today, it's a different story, baby. I can lose everything. I lose the job, the house, the car.
Absolutely.
I will get it right back. When I tell you in such a short amount of time, listen, God don't play about me.
He don't play about his.
To dudes who feel like you can get an independent woman and drain her until she has no more energy left, you are only hurting yourself. First of all, 9 times out of 10, a woman was sent into your life
to be a blessing for you.
To be a blessing.
I mean, what are y'all? So y'all are supposed to be the what to us?
We are the
help.
The help.
The help.
Absolutely.
Meat.
Help me.
Right, meat, not meat as in meat like on the bone.
Yeah.
Meeting us, You're supposed to
Absolutely.
meet us halfway, or not. That's how we're supposed to be met, right?
Be met.
So
Yep.
that's the thing. My point is like that's what it is. You're not supposed to wear yourself out or allow yourself to be worn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some men overdo it though. They see a good thing. You got your own stuff together.
You end up like what she was speaking on earlier, where it's like
know?
now you don't have enough for yourself because you've given so much to everybody else. Now you're drained out.
You done poured out your whole cup.
And it ain't even that you don't want to do it no more. You just can't. You ain't got no more to give.
Yeah,
That part.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part. You be drained completely. So yeah, I just wanted to, piggyback on that a little bit. I have been that girl, but let me tell you, you can get it all back, sis. You can start it all over again. You can come out on top in the face of disaster, in the face of people who are telling you cannot do this. Don't let people project their fears and failures onto
Absolutely.
you. Somebody will look at their life and figure out what didn't work for you don't mean it ain't gonna work for me.
For the next person. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to really just be mindful of who you are, and your abilities. And I mean, no one is gonna believe in you like you believe in
yourself. It's just that way.
Oh my God!
And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody
I
else
don't
will
believe
either.
in you as well.
Nobody
I mean,
else.
if you ain't
I
even-
mean, who's going to love you like you?
Nobody.
My question to myself every day when I woke up was, smile. You're beautiful.
Beautiful.
The next few days, Mary J. Blige came out with a song, Good Morning Gorgeous. And Mary J. Blige has always been so uplifting to me because she's been through things. And anybody who's been through and not afraid to put their troubles on the floor, put their, put it on the floor. That's how I am. Put it on the floor. Don't be ashamed because we're all human. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, good morning, gorgeous. I'm already knowing that I'm gorgeous and I'm knowing what I'm worth and
It's
I'm
those
knowing
positive
So
affirmations.
I had to come and start saying affirmations to myself in the morning. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Have a great day. Yesterday was yesterday. Don't let yesterday get the best of you. Today's a new day, and sometimes you got to tell yourself, like, even if somebody is trying to discredit you or take you down to be the bad guy, that's fine, because sometimes those are the only stories that people wants to talk about. Because
That
who
part.
wants to share greatness? Think about it.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're here with a podcast. I have over 1,000 friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, is all 1,000 friends tuning in to see greatness? But if I went live on there and I was dogging out my baby daddy or a friend of an old friend,
Why do they
I would
do
have
like
so
that?
many followers, because it's not self-love. People
No,
didn't
but
grow
look.
up on love. They grew up on surviving.
I noticed that too, Chantel. If I'm
And it's
being
okay.
negative, I get
All
of
the love.
Like I don't want to be that.
And it's okay, because sometimes we've been surrounded by negative so long, and still where we live is negative.
But
you
baby,
know?
you have to align
But
yourself.
You
with your
have to
purpose.
want change somewhere and somehow. That's why I'm saying, like, I never been so perfect in my life. I never been so positive in my life. I made a status the other day. I'm not perfect. Shit, I'm like Will. Say something, I'll smack you.
Right.
And I'm not saying that I won't change.
I mean, we
or
all
it's
got
not-
that.
We all got it. And it's not necessarily being black.
But
As I
what you have
stated,
to do
it's
is
balance. Some
balance.
you gotta win some to lose some.
and
you know what I'm
also
saying?
have to look at yourself
Because
in the mirror and find
at the
out.
end of the day, we're all going to be judged.
We are, but we can also judge ourselves.
Yes, but we're judging
know?
ourselves. That's believable. We can't judge
can judge
ourselves.
ourselves.
It's absolutely believable.
It's critical, actually.
It's actually, and it is. It
It's
actually
very
is.
critical.
But what I'm saying is, that's how suicide starts. You can judge yourself and put so much into it, but if we have a broadcast social media who's just draining you, you waking up, you seeing this negative energy every day.
detach from it.
I mean, it can, but you're strong like that. Not the next one may be.
Oh, we got to get strong then out here.
It's not always easy.
That's the only way.
But everybody don't have that
It
same
ain't
strength.
easy.
Just like dealing
But
in the
people are
domestic
doing it.
violence.
Well,
Some girl
here's
can
the thing.
get.
Well,
it's being done.
where the middle ground where y'all talking about is each one teach one. For the ones that aren't there, then
Absolutely.
let's give them the groundwork. Let's give them the
I'm trying
blueprint
to
be that way.
listen.
That's true.
My skin is so thick and so tough. It takes
But
a
not
lot.
all people are that way. You can talk to a person.
So what's the
This what they
solution
say.
for those people? What's the solution do you present for
Pray
those people?
for them.
Well, but most people, don't. Everybody don't believe in a religion or a God. So then what we do for them?
So
You can't take them to
everybody.
the
You
well and drink
can't.
the
You
water
can't.
if
You
they
can't. How about
thirsty.
this? You can't save the whole entire world.
We
right?
Absolutely.
That's the part, right? Don't
That's
beat
my
yourself. Don't
problem.
beat
You
You
yourself
can't
in the
beat
head
yourself
trying
up
to.
about things that's beyond your control. That's what I'm looking for to say. You know, if it's beyond my control, what more can I do?
Ain't nothing you can do.
You know, you
nothing
can
we can
have
do.
a best friend and she backstab you 1,000,000 times, and are you going to keep being her friend? What's the limit? What are the self boundaries? You know,
Ooh-wee.
I have self boundaries, and it took my little cousin to tell me. She said, Chantel,
Sharonda Colbert on YouTube says, surround yourself with positivity, and some people don't like positive vibes if it's not negative.
Nope.
Like I used to say, like some people ain't happy unless they mad about some shit.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
ever
and
got
that's some
friends
people
that's
are.
always mad. Like every time you talk to them, they just got some downtrodden. Woe is me.
Yeah,
Look,
absolutely.
everybody is-
And I don't want to be a
Yeah, I
part
don't want to
of
be
it.
around that draining ass
Absolutely.
shit.
I'm on this kick. Listen,
Listen,
your
get some
energy
money.
is bad.
Nobody should be
Your
mad.
vibe off.
Get the
I
fuck around.
detach. I'm not gonna have anyone in my circle or presence whose energy is diminishing in my, in
If it
front
costs,
of me.
if it costs me my piece, it's too expensive.
It's too expensive for me. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But that's where it goes back. Self-love goes back to relationships, friendships, all of these things with family members. It just goes back because you can have you and your siblings may crash. Sometimes you got to put a boundary to things.
Oh, you better
If
have
you
boundaries.
don't put a boundary on it, it's going to keep happening 1,000,000 times.
You
Just
better
because
have
and
boundaries.
then if a person know that they can do something to you, why not do it again?
Ain't they gonna keep
And
doing it? You
then
gonna
you
sit
gotta
there and let 'em?
understand, I'm the type of person I don't knock a person. If you keep letting them do it, do it. You know, I don't feel sorry. I'm the type of person, I've been in a domestic violence relationship before.
So have I.
I was the worst one I was in, and it
So
was just
have
like
I.
I was so lost. I was afraid to walk away. You know, and I say that to say, like, when you be in those type of relationships, it's some people that got a limit. Oh, he yelled at me. I'm not going to do it again. You know, I'm not going to call him again. And then there's some people that get so caught in it that they're be afraid to lose. But we know as self-love, a man shouldn't hit a woman. Even the man know that. You know,
hit me.
so it's just about, you
I
know,
got that
some people
serpent
say,
sugar boiling
some
for
people like
you.
to say that, this person didn't have their parents in their life, or their mama raised them, or it never gives you a right or wrong, because just because a mother raised the boy don't mean that she raised him that way.
It's
She could
not
have
a
grown
pass.
up and said, son, you don't hit a girl. You know, sometimes in this day and age, and it's not sometimes in this day and age, a lot of these children are affected with drugs. You know, so they're not even reacting off how they're raised. They're reacting off the
It's a
drug,
chemical
the
imbalance.
chemical balance that they're,
Chemical
you know, that they're
imbalance
going through in the brain. You know, so you know, like, how can they keep being judged, or how can they get help because the parents is tired of dealing with them? It's just so much. So what I learned with self-love is, if it's beyond your control, let it go.
And love itself.
And learn to love.
is
You know,
so important.
Love yourself. Love thy neighbor. Even if a person isn't for you, you don't have to deal with them to love them. You know,
Oh,
you
I
don't
won't.
have. You don't have to deal with people because
You know how bad listen, you can miss somebody. I can miss you. I can love you. I can be in love. I'm mastering the art of detachment. And I know everybody's not as strong as me, but I wanted to let everybody know where this new confidence
detach so
they
fast.
probably, seeing me with come from. I've seen status, and I see a lot of the shade posts. I will never respond, but we will talk about it on here, so keep watching. But anyway, I wanted to say, it's not arrogance. When you get a little confidence about yourself, people, first thing they go to, oh, she arrogant, and you on that high horse. No, that's where you need to be, on the high horse. Because listen, baby, if you don't put yourself on the high horse, ain't nobody else finna
Gonna
give you a
put you
step
on
ladder
there,
to
I
get
know.
up there. I guarantee you. So you have to operate in a place of confidence.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be egotistical.
I don't like the word humble anymore.
No, because people take that for granted.
Because if you look at the definition of humble, it's basically telling you to downplay your
own
own
self.
value
Pretty much.
to make other people around you feel
Feel
comfortable.
Now why I gotta stump myself
Why
down?
do I have to? I've done all of this work, right, to make myself what I am, to put myself
Absolutely.
in. And now I need to make myself feel less than that, to make you feel
to
comfortable.
make you feel comfortable.
Somebody who hasn't put the work in to make yourself better. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, you have to do that work. That
Turn your
shadow
phone down.
work
I hear your phone.
is
Turn your phone
so important.
Telly.
Shadow work is important. You got to work on that inner person. I'm telling you, I took 2 years off. I had a really bad breakup. I say that. And it did something to me. When I tell you it drew everything out of me, that relationship drained me to the point I didn't know if I was going or coming. But one thing about me, I can feel that way. And in the same breath, I can get right up, dust myself off, and keep striving to become who I know I am.
You got to, or you keep losing yourself.
I'm Leah Major.
I was about to say,
you don't want to lose yourself. That's why I said, "Oh, we broke up." Okay, I'm
going up and get right in that mirror.
Cut my hair
I'm Leah Major.
Find a way to feel good.
What if everybody, and this is kind of maybe a bad contrast, what if everybody reacted like Will Smith every time they faced adversity?
Well,
I'd be a bunch of mad folks.
It'd be the whole world would be in chaos, right? We'd be at war. Everybody would have
martial law be calming this thing down.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have to have this. We got to be mature. You know what I'm saying? And think about what we do before we do it.
The cycle has to be broken somehow, some way,
somewhere.
But it has to be a leadership. Like it's
no, we all are leaders. It's leadership in each and every last one of us. I can agree to that. We need to start believing in the person,
and more people need to step
up. You are. People know that they were made and created for greatness. Step into that. That's what I'm working on. That's the shadow work. That's what shadow work got me right now.
People that know you from where you came from will see you being better, elevating, right?
They do,
and then they'll say, "Oh, well, who does she think she?" Right? She just got through speaking on the haters, right? The people that say, "Oh, well, who does she think she is to be doing this now? Who does she feel like she is that she's doing this thing?
Absolutely,
everybody should support now. Who does she?"
Because they don't expect you to come to where you are.
But guess what I've experienced? Those people ain't gonna support you until you get to the point that you don't need.
Until you get to the top, and you
they
don't
ain't
even
coming
care
to the
about
jet.
And they're not coming.
The jet took off.
I have lived a life where I fought a lot. So first thing first is foremost is I was judged. From that. And I just feel like now today, even when I go out when I go out in public, a person will be like, "Oh, there goes Chantel, crazy ass." You know what I'm saying?
And you see that.
Oh damn! You don't even know Chantel no more. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta meet me again.
You gotta meet me again. You know what I'm saying?
You have to reestablish
this friendship. Meet me again.
And it's like people are accustomed to your past. So even with opening up my businesses, I don't get the support from the people that I know.
But wait, what are some of the businesses that you have, Chantel?
Well, guys, I have a party rental business, like with bounce houses, characters.
Okay.
What else I got? Tables and chairs. I'm working on something right now with me and my daughter. It's called For Us Products with lip gloss, body butter.
So you're an established woman.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. I'm not all where I want to be, but I'm a trying woman. A mompreneur.
Mommy-o is what they say.
A billionaire mom is what I call myself at night when I talk to God, because that's where I want to be. And that's one of my everyday affirmations to God, because I deserve better, Another affirmation that I ask God is to move me from Detroit, Michigan to somewhere where it's a blessing to be. And the blessing to me is where I always tell God is I want to wake up every day when it's hot, But more than anything, I try to be better than yesterday. I try to be strong, but nobody ever know.
Oh,
nobody ever knows when I'm hurting, because I hold it in so well. But it's been days where I just cried and I lit my candles in my house and I got my Bible out and I just asked God, like, God, if you get me out of this, I'm not gonna do it again.
Don't we say that?
That sounds like a drunk night right there.
No, actually,
why we always
you won't let me out. Listen, let me get sober. I won't drink no more.
When I'm drunk, I'm saying, Lord, I ain't gonna drink no more. But that hurt off love, the hurt off pain. It's a different kind of thing when you still want to have faith in people, and not just in relationships with the man, relationships and friendships and family members, because those are the ones that hurt you most to me. Because your man, you and him gonna have problems, but it seems like your friendships don't be valued now. It's like they're quick to end.
There's no loyalty.
No loyalty.
I'm learning the loyalty.
The word is here, but the action is not.
But look, people's vision and view of loyalty these days is
not the
so
same as what
far
it is.
Off from what I am loyal to my core. I'm a loyal person. And if that's not you, please
being
don't
loyal,
make your way around
everybody
me.
don't deserve your loyalty. Like,
And they don't.
What is your loyalty you have to offer to everybody? You'll receive nothing but hurt and pain.
Look,
Because you can't expect the same thing from everybody.
But look, and we can put ourselves in them situations to where our loyalty is being played with. I am loyal to a fault. You can do me bad. First, I'm loyal to me.
And that's your biggest weakness.
So me being loyal to me automatically in some type of way
You're loyal to your
allows
heart
me
and
to
what
be
you
loyal
feel,
to
right?
you.
Because you're a woman
Like,
and you're naturally a nurturer.
nurturer.
So right, you're loyal to how you feel. So
That's
it's
true.
not a bad thing that you're like that. You're just doing it to the wrong people, right? Just
Absolutely.
like how she explained earlier, right? And I say this to a lot of my attractive sisters, right? Y'all have to understand that everybody likes y'all, right? Y'all pick the guys that y'all go through the bad experiences
Absolutely.
with.
And that's another thing
You know what
I
I'm
wanted to
saying?
speak
Why we
on.
go right to the bad one?
It's
though?
like the
Because,
guy
you
that
know,
really
that
like us,
sometimes
we
it's
think
not-
he's soft, we think he's
sometimes-
ugly, he not a turn on.
Sometimes it's not you picking it, right? Sometimes it is the bait that you put in the water that
Water.
determines the fish that you catch. Sometimes you
Absolutely.
need to fish in a bit different body of water or throw different bait out there. You know
But
what I'm
look,
saying?
they
What are you doing
also say you attract what
What
you
you
are.
again, so change your baits.
I've
Change
been
what
changing.
you are, and maybe you'll get a different
I'm
fish.
telling you, it's true. I see the difference. I see the difference.
Some women, you know, you see them on social media. What is the bait that they throw out there?
Listen,
Can't
I didn't
throw-
attract.
Can't post a picture without an ass post.
I
Absolutely.
done
ass
attracted
shot.
a master in karate, and I ain't saying that guy. Am I kicking like that on the inside of my?
I
Black
just
belt
feel
in
like
karate.
I have I'm a
like
very
it.
attractive woman. I attract all men. I think my attraction more in men is a man that need me than a man that I need. So that has always been my weakness
Here's the
in a
thing,
relationship.
and I was gonna say,
Tell
listen, I was gonna say this
same
earlier, right?
traits.
And we and I've said this on many shows here on the network where, like, would y'all agree that like too often we gravitate towards the things that we want in a person? We look for everything that we want, right? And then we talking about red flags, right? And it's the things that we don't like about a person that determine how long the relationship lasts. Because however long I can deal with that shit that I don't like, you can have everything. You can be cute, you can have the ass, you can be the personality, you can work,
Absolutely.
you have the lifestyle, the look, and the personality that I want. But you have this
Right.
one thing that I don't like that you do. Like you might
And it's
have
just a complete
12
turn-off.
kids, right?
Oh.
And how long can I deal with these 12 kids that you got?
That's being
You know what I'm
honest.
saying? And then that's like, and I'm just using that as an example, not to throw kids out there. Okay, I'll change it up. Like you just like you have your like you may be okay, your personality, something. Just one thing that you don't like. She may sleep with her socks on. I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? How long can I
hate,
deal?
you know what I hate, y'all?
Can
I
she
ain't even
snore?
gonna lie. I hate a man that leave the toilet seat up.
See?
Especially
Now,
when you
how
living in the
long-
house
how
with a
long-
woman.
how long can
I
you
can't
be-
deal
how-
with it before I be like, what the fuck? You know,
See what
I'm just
saying?
being honest.
So however long
I
you can
think
deal
it's-
with the shit you don't like is how long the relationships last. So we need to be
Yeah.
focused on the things so these red flags that we overlook all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things like, you know, because everybody wants the same shit out of a relationship.
And
Somebody
then
I
you
can
want-
trust, somebody I can love, the white picket fence and the dog and the
Of
traveling and all
course.
that, right? But then it's like all the things that you don't like in a person. Like that's the shit you need to be focusing on when you meet a person.
True.
Yes,
I put people on an
absolutely.
evaluation. I had this thing. I treat my relationships or people who I'm dating just like the job. You have 90 days to prove to me. You know, this is something that I give you 90 days of evaluation
Absolutely.
to see, because I feel like
To see if it's even worth the time.
I know sooner. I know within them first couple of weeks if I'm gonna sit here and play with you or I'm gonna let you do your thing and dismiss you.
I think as a woman, we know when we date guys
we
or
know
give our number.
immediately.
We already know what we want to do with
know
that
what we
man
know.
or that nigga, whatever we want to call him at
But
that
I give
time.
him that time
But
to prove itself. You got 90 days.
What my thing is
Just
just
like
how
a
I
job.
did, how I date is, I like to hang out whoever I have fun with the most. I mean, because that's what it's all
Like we
about.
all have an idea
We
of
got
this
an
person,
ideal
right?
of it.
And
So,
whether you
let's say, this man was
whether
cheap.
you
He
fit
tried
into
to
that
take me
mode or
to
not.
Red Lobster or
red flag.
He introduced me to a new place. Like, that's a blue flag.
Right,
We
now I
keeping
might
him.
want to keep you.
Now, a man that's like small, like, what about a man that don't want to do nothing or just
no,
not,
what about when he asks you,
What you
who
wanna
gonna pay
do?
for the bill?
It's nothing wrong with. Well, he shouldn't ask you. But
First
it's nothing
date,
wrong.
you paying for the bill?
No. Hell, mother.
Is it a problem when he brings
What I'm
up the
saying-
bill?
it's a big problem because this is the problem. He should never mention the bill.
Okay.
As a woman, we can be submissive enough to take our man out.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree to that. But
I'll
no, he
take
should
you.
never ask me, is you taking me out on Tuesday? Is you paying the bill at Applebee's? That's a broken man.
Oh, what if he played that? I left my wallet at home.
Well, he had no
And then-
business
and
in the
then,
car
you know-
because before he got far, he realized his wallet was at home.
Well, he knew
I mean,
before he
it's
got
just
in
like-
your car, he wasn't
it's
coming with no
excuse-
wallet.
It's no
Half
excuse
of 'em.
around it. You know, a broke mentality is a broke mentality.
You know,
Okay.
these
And a
people have
person,
vices.
you have to understand that people use you for different things.
Oh,
You know,
let's
so-
talk about that, Till.
I'm just being real.
We
Being
all
in
get used.
relationships, we all have been used. I've
all
been
get
used because
used.
I've used somebody. You know what I'm saying? So my using may have came back on me, you know, but what I'm saying, will I continue to be used? Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
We
We
all-
all fell victim.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I want to be used.
In the
I
right
just don't-
way.
I just don't
I don't
wanna
want to
be
be misused.
misused.
Okay, come
We on
on.
the same page.
That's
now.
right.
Don't misuse me. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do everything that you need done for yourself because I don't want to
one
see
that
you
come to
without
when you need
or in
something.
lack.
I want to be the one that provides for you the things that you to fill the
Absolutely.
voids. I want you to use me, or don't misuse
Use
me.
me as a stepping stone to get yourself together
And then take care of us.
so that we can be using each other.
Because if I ever
Yeah.
get
Hold
married
the
again,
foundation.
Help me help you.
Help me help
okay,
you.
so let me touch bases on this. I don't ever want to get married if I have to get up and go to work. Am I wrong for that?
Oh, and well, you
Ooh,
might want to move to India.
You want me to? Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right now. That's what I was about to talk about before we go, because we ain't got too much
We
time.
only got a
left,
little bit more time, y'all.
50-50, right? This is the reason why I feel like
A lot of things in
God
a
bless-
mother is always a house is always a working environment. So let's go.
It is.
So I just talked about this again on another show. I have a friend of mine who's on Facebook who moved here from Detroit, from the East Coast. Her husband works, basically the whole sole 100% provider of everything. She don't work, she don't drive, she don't have a credit card, she doesn't have any kind of access to the money, period, even, right? So they fell out one weekend, just trying to skim through the story. They fell out. He put his hands on her. She called the police, got him put in jail for the weekend. Now she's on Facebook reaching out for help because she doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a credit card. She's solely dependent on him. They got kids, and now, so that's the reason why it's like, I don't want that type of, and it's not saying that that's what you like that to that extent, but it's like my thing is, and when I say I want 50-50 in it, I want 50-50 of the ability to contribute, but that don't mean that you are. I don't want you to be sitting on your ass. Not. I want you to have a life. I want you to be the equivalent of me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm full of. I'm business owner. We out moving
Yeah.
and shaking, making money and all
Booked.
that. And booked, right? So that's my thing. Like I don't want you sitting at home and you ain't got nothing to
get
worry
you
about but
some-
where I'm at, what I'm
Hey.
doing, who I'm doing it with, and
Fill
now
that
your,
calendar up,
your
lady.
mind is
What
wandering.
I mean by that is, just because, let's say for instance, okay,
We got 2
just
minutes,
because you
y'all.
don't have a job,
Right.
don't discredit you just because you being at home, because there's a million ways you can make money. Not saying that you got to be at home and be lazy, but it shouldn't. You shouldn't have to be forced to get
It's
up at 7
2022.
o'clock.
You can have a home-based business now and be out there at the
Yeah,
crib
like,
cranking. You know what I mean?
it could be something.
Look, it's
like,
2022.
You
ain't gotta
can
work as
have-
hard.
2022,
Like,
I'm sorry,
I
I
don't
said
think that you
21.
should be working a full-time job. Like, come on now. Like,
You can have a home-based business.
You,
You
can
can
still
still
be in
work.
charge of the utilities. But a man as a provider, he should take care of the rent, I believe. And
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 50% of the ability you should be able to, but that don't mean
Yeah.
I'm dependent on you to put
Absolutely.
in
Do it,
50%.
That
it still
goes
has to
back
be
to
done.
No,
what
no,
you
no,
bring
no,
to the
no.
table will not be what all I have to eat.
absolutely.
You know, and we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much
much
for
for
tuning
tuning
in
in
with
with
Major
Major
Talk. We'll catch you next Monday with more content, more tea, more vibes, more me, more telly.
Hey, you already know. Keep it real. And on our show, we're going to keep it real back.
Period.
We're not afraid
Pooh.
of the love in the comments. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Catch
We
y'all on
love you
Monday.
guys. Peace out.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.